Mm, nice question, but to practice very productively, but keeping in mind the limits of your energy, that's for sure. Then it's actually quite boring, because to sleep a little bit, even 15 minutes, short power nap, it's useful. Not to overthink. For me, it's also good if I have some fruits, some chocolate, which is quite important for your energy as well and for your brain activity. And the last but not least, to not to be over focused on the concert night, to think about different things, to chat with close people about some fun topics as well. So not to be really fully when waking up, until the concerts, you're really being in stage in this concert nervous mood. No, it's better to go away. Well, it's quite serious questions you have here. I was mentioning the particular motive which Chopin uses quite a lot in his, of course, mainly piano literature, the repetition and sort of this monotone repetition of octaves, which could be perceived as some kind of death sign or trumpets from hell, symbolizing death and what's connected with death. So this was quite a particular moment. But yes, I like every musician, every artist, of course, I think a lot about death, and this is a very important topic in artistry, and I have a certain attitude towards death. For me, it's very curious. It's very something very curious, and it's not that I'm really so passionately scared of the death. Of course, we all are more scared of the main fact of suffering, which could be really unbearable sometimes, and very tragic. But I don't have a formulation what's behind the horizon of life. Is life some kind of introduction to something bigger, or is there a hell, or is there another life? But I feel, and I think that subjectively the feelings are closer to the truth than objectivity, than that there is something out there, and you cannot easily put it in words and explain and try to explain. I just feel that there is something, and that's already, I think, describes my attitude somehow. I must say, I don't know why, but last maybe 3-4 years, I already don't have personalities or musicians from history or living who are idols. Yes, I worship several musicians, but I don't really consider them being an idols or role models or something. For me, in music, definitely Rachmaninoff is like a god, and one of the most spectacular pianists, composers in history, and also Frédéric Chopin or I don't know, Gould, Horowitz, such pianists from last century. So it's very, it depends also on the period and on music I'm really interested in. And of course, Gideon is one of very close minds, close musicians who thanks to whom I'm enriching as a musician and as a human being, and I'm sure that all members of the orchestra as well, so sometimes life just gives you such people. Maybe you didn't think before that, oh yeah, this is something, you know, divine. So you just have to swim and get those, be attentive to getting and receiving such things from life, I think. Yeah. I must say it feels very nice. It always feels astonishing when you are the youngest. Then I feel also lucky because they already knew a lot of dangerous things about the path of a musician, and they just introduced me to them, and I had an easier life than most of other musicians, especially musicians who come not from musical families, and for me this is always stunning how people overcome several difficulties and enormous challenges in their lives in order to become a musician without having an artistic background. This is something stunning. I had a very lucky story in this sense. Of course, it was something new, maybe too new, and I never considered this competition as a proper competition. For me, this is huge, enormously huge platform, and a lot of people are involved. There's a huge attention, and you can express yourself very, very widely. So I perceive this like a big concert stage, and for me this reparticipation, yes, I would say this is really doesn't matter 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. This is just a very important stage nowadays, and it was I think very, very nice to be there again. This is a very interesting question and very deep topic. I think that with the years, if you have flexible attention towards yourself and sensitivity, you begin to unlock several talents, and one of these talents, in my case for sure, it's a big red button, turn off. And a lot of times I can press this button, for example, if it has something to do with negative thoughts or stress, or I don't know, something, and I know, not 100% of course, but I know how to program myself and structure my strings in the right way, so the result, for example, of the concert is the best possible. Of course, it's not possible to be ready to such things, no, but you can be more prepared in a way. You know, there is, I don't know the right expression in English, but it's naked nerve, and all his music, even the happiest pieces, and of course very tragic, poetic opuses as well, there are always thoughts of death, there are always thoughts of something incredibly emotional. It has to do something with love, with human spirit, etc. But there is this naked nerve, so it requires a lot from musicians also. to be connected and not to be cold, and to really unlock this composer's intentions, which sometimes are very, very mysterious and I would say enigmatic. Yeah. Well, this is I would say, firstly family, of course, but secondly community of incredibly talented and sensitive and different people who are creative, very creative, and very differently talented, who are making music and searching for music in the moment, which is the most it's very rare when people are so devoted to the moment of creation. Of course, there are some, let's say, screenplays written before the concert, but on the concert, almost every time, magic happens, and this is Kremerata Baltica to me. Yeah.